what's the deal?
Go. What's the deal?
What's the deal with... Okay.
Why'd you stop it? You could have kept it going.
What's the deal with this gay one?
Oh, there's no answer for that one.
How does one deal with this gay one?
No?
Omar, how does one deal with you?
See, I've heard so many people attempt it, and I think the best way is to tell me to shut up. Because I just keep talking all the time, and I don't know when to stop. Hence the need for a show like this.
And that's been our podcast. Thank you for coming.
Jesus is like, shut up or I'll punch you in the face. That's all he has to say.
Thanks, Freddy. You reminded me.
I did that earlier too. You didn't see that?
No, sorry.
Dang.
His was
multiple saints.
His was the most recent, which is why I registered the most recent in my brain.
Wow.
You're good there?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. My name is Omar, and I am here with
Codes.
Freddy.
I don't know what my name is. Somebody send help.
Christ.
That's a pretty good name. Yeah, I mean, it's related to Christ. That's probably my name. Thank you.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
What does the H stand for?
Heckin' I
Hentai.
What? Wait, what? What'd you say?
Hentai.
Yeah. Have you ever seen hentai?
Yeah.
I've seen a chicken with a tie.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
I'm talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editor, put up the image right here. Now make it fly off.
Make it fly off.
Kill it.
Yeah. Make it on fire now.
Cody, I've got exciting news for you.
What?
You're pregnant.
No.
What the?
Well, it's
Ow.
like their third attempt, and they finally got it.
Aw.
So sad.
Guess what, my guy? If you buy a Samsung TV in the future, it's going to come with TikTok in it.
What?
Why?
Samsung.
It's the wrong orientation for that too.
Well, yeah, their mindset of it is
It's disgusting.
you don't know how bad it sounds in my head right
That's
now.
not what I'm talking about.
It is disgusting. But yeah, their whole idea is that so many people are watching more TikTok than YouTube these days.
Yeah.
That it makes sense to implement it in their app and just get royalties out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, if people just are used to watching this format, like the phone format, they wouldn't care putting it on a TV and just having the borders on the side.
But wasn't there already a thing that they try to do the same, like horizontal, or
Vertical.
It was vertical, but then also horizontal?
Yeah, it could shift.
Wasn't
It was
that Quibi?
It was Quibi.
And then that
fuck
died
is
right away.
Quibi is a
Not even I
short.
heard of
It
that.
was like a
Short film.
video platform that was like 8 to 10 minutes
Yeah,
every video.
The whole gimmick is like you can watch it vertically or you can watch it horizontally.
Because
You can watch it both ways.
they
and it still
filmed in
works.
square, so
Uh-huh.
it didn't matter what kind of video format you watched it
Yeah.
in. It would fit.
Yeah,
Thing is though,
it failed.
Yeah. Extremely.
Horribly.
so now that TikTok is like super big, people are saying that maybe that TV came too early when Quibi tried it.
They came
and-
at the same time.
Yeah.
But
And so now that
it came
it's-
at the same time, that's not good. It has to come in when it's at its peak. Because then
No.
it was just building up. And there's
No.
nothing to build up. if
Also,
there's nothing there.
Also, the stories are like 6-10 minute long,
Yeah.
so they were like really fast paced and they were not good. Just bad quality in general.
Stories?
Because they're short films.
Yeah,
they're like
short films, short 6-10
they're like
minute films.
yeah, they're 6-10 minute films.
Who's making these films?
Quibi, but they failed.
Quibi themselves?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
themselves created the app,
Made
w-
films,
made films for the app, in attempt to like gain popularity
supposed to
from
be
the
a
streaming
streaming
service. Yeah, it's a
service.
streaming service. And it's kind of like Netflix. They funded their own projects and
Yeah.
all that, so they could gain popularity. But it didn't work out. They were like, oh look, TikTok's pretty short. How about we make
Yeah.
something in the middle? Yeah, it didn't work
Yeah,
out.
it didn't work out. It was a bad thing because the whole advertisement, like, it was literally people sitting on a train, sitting in their like transportation or something like that, and they hold the phone vertically. But as soon as they got off or like they sat down somewhere comfortable, it's horizontal now.
And it would still, it would.
Yeah.
The idea was no
You
matter
could
what
still
format
watch it.
you saw it, it would look good because it would film it in square format instead of
Yeah.
the traditional side to side or upwards and downwards. But can you imagine that, just sitting down like watching TikToks on a stupid TV, and you would ruin your remote just because it's all just On a phone, you have to keep scrolling unless you want to
Also-
watch the same thing for 1,000 times, just over.
Also, there's so many TikToks. You have to scroll through so much garbage just to get to something good.
Exactly. So you'd be there mindlessly, just like
Yeah.
surfing through Netflix just to find
Yeah.
something good. Just click. You break your remote within a week.
I don't think that'd be too different to what people do today. I mean, I feel like they can definitely. I can see the appeal for that because, like the argument that his sound, as kind of ridiculous that his sounds
Yeah.
like on paper, how like if people are looking at it like this to this,
Uh-huh.
then if they watch it on a TV format, they'll won't mind the borders. Because it is going to be bigger. It's
Yeah.
like it's the reason why we do it this way is because it looks better this way for what we're watching,
Mhm.
and it gives it more space. But if they're vertical, then this is the maximizing your
Mhm.
space though.
Yeah.
And on a TV, it's just so much bigger than a phone. So I can get the idea of like the borders, like not needing to adjust for that.
Maybe.
Yeah, but the thing is, the demographics in the wrong place because usually a TV is for somebody that's already like when they're 20s or 30s or something like that, and especially a Samsung TV, which are usually more pricey.
Yeah.
And then because TikTok is for children, right, children?
yes, sir.
So that's their major demographic. So if Samsung tries to get that, that means a bunch of children have to convince their parents to get a specific
Well, I mean,
Samsung
that's
TV.
Hey, well, how many parents are willing to accommodate their kids just to make them shut up and watch TV
Not many.
and not have to do it? Oh, you're not a parent.
they would
You
just
give
stick a
them a
phone in their
phone.
face.
You are not
Yeah,
a
you give them a
parent.
You
phone.
just give them a phone and that's it.
Or a
If
tablet.
you're- and also you get something cheaper like ChromeCast, which is just puts it on the TV easily without having to do anything. Which is already like you can already put TikTok on the TV.
I'm not saying they're going to be number one. I'm saying they're going to compete. They're
There's
gonna
no
compete.
competition.
They're gonna compete.
unless the parent is like tech savvy and they really want a Samsung, then
They're
yeah.
gonna compete. The people these days, they grew up with technology. They're not like the old school people from back then.
Old
Well,
school.
I mean, to be
Look
fair,
at- I'm 24. How
I'm
are you?
21.
Yeah.
Screw the old school. Screw you.
One thing, all I need,
Wait.
they're releasing this stuff now. They're
Yeah.
releasing it now. By the time it's later, when the time when you actually have your own home, your
Uh-huh.
own kids,
Yeah.
your own family,
Yeah.
it's already going to be old. So there, it's cheaper. Then you're going to end up having the cheaper model that's there that was already included with the stuff that was at the time.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna die within like a month.
I would give it more than a month, but I understand your idea.
well, I mean, there's 3 Samsung phones on this
Oh, yeah,
table.
that's
So.
Plus, it's Samsung. It doesn't.
It's
a
everywhere.
drop in the buck. It's a drop in the bucket for them.
Also, I'm not
It doesn't
21, I'm
matter.
22. just
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, you're not 21 anymore.
forget when you grow up.
Yeah.
It's because you don't celebrate your birthday. You're just
Yeah.
like, I woke up and now I'm a year older.
I'm a year closer to death.
I'm a
That's
year closer to
Jesus.
death.
That's what makes him smile. Do you notice that?
I didn't notice it. I just kind of figured.
What say you, Mr. TikTok, huh?
Oh no. When he mentioned like the kids trying to convince their parents to get them a Samsung TV, that reminded me of something that happened in the lesson today.
What happened?
So we're talking about like strings and stuff because the way they played the string was really really bad.
Okay.
And I was like, you don't want to do that because they're gonna break a string and then you're gonna have to buy new ones and they're pretty expensive. And I even told them, you guys don't want to run your parents broke, do you? And they're like, no, well, not in that way, and not with the guitar strings. I'm like, fair enough.
Oh.
Hey,
With
yeah.
toys, games, all that stuff, they want to run their parents broke, but not with guitar strings. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? That's fair.
From what
Child knows what to get enough.
from what you explained
Yeah.
of the kids, probably most of them are there because their parents are like, oh, why don't you go learn guitar? Something nice. I never got to do it, so how about you go learn?
I'm gonna live my life through you. It's literally how most people.
That one
most
sports
parents
dad
are.
that like is overbearing to the oldest son so they could be like the top football star or something.
Why aren't you the top football guy, man?
Yeah.
Was that you?
That was my dad.
dad?
It was like I was as small as you were back then, and I used to love
As small as Becky.
as you were back then, and I used to love hitting people. I'm like, yeah, but nowadays people are way bigger than they were back then.
That is true. It seems like kids are getting bigger every year.
Genetics.
It's all the
Dude, I literally
hormones and
saw
stuff
like
that
an
come to
11-year-old who was
cows.
6 foot something.
Yeah.
At
There's
one
more
point, I was
es-
like, fuck.
There's more estrogen in the stuff too.
Yeah, so it's a little
Yeah, I was
whack,
like,
man.
It's a
Don't
little
you
whack.
see the difference between now and back then? Dude.
I don't know. I don't think
It's
they're
crazy.
different.
Dude, all I know is that when I get to teach, I'm gonna have to dress extremely professional to distinguish myself from a student. If I ever go to like a let's say a school where there's no uniform,
Yeah.
like I've seen like videos where there's like teachers who walk around just to record to see how people confuse them for students. Like there'll be security guards like, hey, where's your hall pass? I work here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
screw it.
not
Freaking own it. Just be a student as a teacher. Might as well.
You walk in like a little later, so you sit
Uh-huh.
next, like at the very back, and they're like, hey, "Teacher's not here for 15 minutes. Let's leave." And then you get up and start the lesson.
Yeah, do stuff like that at the beginning of the year, and then piss off your students.
Yeah, exactly. Just make them
Yeah.
extremely confused.
Yeah, just mess with them a little bit. That's the best part of being a teacher. That you can mess with a bunch of children, and then maybe traumatize them.
Well, it depends on the type of
Yeah,
teacher.
it depends on the teacher. Yeah, messing with children would be quite fun.
Dude.
Don't mess with them too much.
Yeah, there's a limit
Just-
to how much
ju-
you can
no.
mess with them.
No. Confuse them
Like,
as
for
best
le-
as possible. Like prank them. Just
Yeah,
prank
for
them.
legal purposes,
Pranking.
mentally abuse.
No.
What?
That's still terrible. That's still terrible. Prank them very safely. Prank your students.
Like,
Yeah, wear safety.
Wear a helmet to the first day of school.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Dude, one time I
I'm not
had
gonna teach
my
Damn.
he was my English teacher for senior year. He's also a cyclist. Like he practices cycling a lot, and he liked to do a couple laps before school started. We would be doing marching band, and I would see him just going "Meow," just like all around for like a couple laps. He told me one time that he was pissed off one morning because someone that was dropping off their kid had thrown a hanger, like a what's it called?
Yeah, the coat hanger.
Yeah, the coat hanger. They threw a coat hanger at him
Mhm.
while he was going just full speed, and it almost hit him. I don't know.
That's when you go even faster and chase him down and see.
All I know is that he was mad. Like that was
Damn.
not his day.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
That's
we
rough,
start.
buddy.
I think that day, he was going through the lesson plan that he was doing. He was teaching us what he was supposed to be teaching, but you could tell he was just like physically frustrated the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But that just sucked. Who the heck throws a hanger at a cyclist?
It's just go. You grab that coat hanger. It's like, all right, which one of you kids, abortion kids, brought me this thing? The coat hanger.
Which
Was
one
it
of
the
you
middle
failed
one?
abortions brought me this?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. People just don't respect cyclists, man. They don't
Well,
Yeah.
recyclers don't really respect anything.
It's either way.
That's the thing.
It's like
But if they
there's-
don't respect them, then why should they?
We
respect
literally
them?
have all these taxpayer money to make them their own special little road and everything, their special little space, but nah, get in the middle of the freaking street.
Oh yeah.
there's like there's
But even the
that.
people that do it though, they still get hit.
Yeah.
It's like there's that side of like the spectrum, and then there's the other side where like the guy in New York City who just screams at people who get on the bike lane.
Yeah.
It's like you're on the wrong side.
Well,
Or
that's
starts cussing them out.
Well, that's just New York. New
Yeah.
York is just chaos and
Yeah.
carjacking.
Yeah.
Well, there's also there's that one video. I think it was basically cyclists on the road. So what the driver did, it was the driver recording. They just got on the cyclist lane. It's like, get on the right lane, loser. And then they went back on the street.
Jeez.
Yeah, they literally paid for all of that, and they don't want to use it. It's like, oh, it's not professional enough, whatever. It's not
What is professional amount of space? So like the one that we have here, like here they get like cars amount of space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's also because drivers don't know the road rules.
Yeah.
They get on the cyclist lane when they're not supposed to. But
Mhm.
also, nobody cycles around here. A bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
never
Closest thing
mind.
we get to
Well,
cycling
not
is
around
people
here,
on a
not this
motorcycle.
area.
well, I guess like where I'm from, there's more cyclists, but not
Mhm.
because they're cycling for the sport of it,
Yeah.
because they literally want to get around.
Because they have no car.
Yeah, because they got no car, and
Yeah.
it's more common over there.
Yeah. My
It-
dad. Go for it.
There's usually like the bicycle that has like the two little middle bars in the back and the front, so they can carry multiple
Exactly.
people.
Yeah.
That was me. It's like, hey, you and your cousin go get chips for the whole family. Okay,
Keeps get.
ready?
Yeah, I was gonna say that my dad used to do cycling, like and all that stuff. I think he still has a bike. He'll still like do it time to time, but he'll like take it over to somewhere, do it for a thingy. But yeah, he said that just because the way that like the people just drive around here, that it's just not safe to do so.
Yeah,
Like even if you do it properly, nobody makes it safe.
yeah.
The city does whatever, and then the people don't really abide by whatever, and so it's all
Well-
around not a good time.
Well, you know what it is? It's
Yeah.
just the valley that sucks in general.
It
The valley
does.
does suck in general.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
does. But
But
it's great if you want a teaching job.
I mean, yeah,
Well, it's great if you don't want to pay for much.
Yeah, well,
that
I mean, yeah.
too. It's
Yeah,
really
it-
cheap to live here.
it is. I remember. So when I was younger, I only had Mexican like channels.
Uh-huh,
I only had
yeah.
like the Mexican like, streaming channel.
Telemundo.
Yeah, I had those, and then I had I had this channel called Canal 5. I think it's still going, and for like a few hours, I think for a few hours they would just show manga dubbed in Spanish.
Manga?
No, I'm sorry, anime dubbed in Spanish.
Just like manga you read.
Some Spanish.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Dang, ladies and gentlemen, fake fan right here.
We'll kill him.
It's like just going through photos.
It's like, look, Naruto does a run.
It was anime dubbed in Spanish.
Yeah,
but
Spanish.
they were the ones that were like, they were the 90s animation style.
Yeah.
The 90s or some late 80s. You could tell, but the eyes and just the way the hair was
Yeah.
animated. There was a BMX anime.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know that one.
And
I don't know what it's called.
it was weird because, you know, anime has to be anime somehow. They got to put special powers and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everyone had a gimmick to them. Their bike had something special about them. They would like cycle. It was a race, and then it turned into like this whole mythical thing. But eventually, the whole point of the show was like, my bike is so cool. Then I flip the switch, and now it has a magical power. I fly, I destroy something, I break you, or I go faster than you.
Wow.
So it was really
That is-
weird,
that
but
is
it did
anime.
encourage me to get a bike.
Hey, that's all they want.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you get a bike. Check what this guy can do.
He's got turbo boost.
Did you try to use those powers on that bike?
No, because it's just a bike.
Dang.
Just a bike they found on the side of a dumpster.
I mean, I could say the same thing about the other anime that I watch, where it's like basically mixing Dragon Ball Z powers with soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter how hard I kick the ball was still gonna go pew.
That is all anime.
Yeah.
Just like manga in general. I think there's only like one manga that has with American football.
Yeah.
There's no superpowers. It's basically just what's it called? Metaphors and stuff like that. It constantly happens, but it's still regular football.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
I think it's made by the same. I don't know if it's made or like if it's the art, but it's made by the same artist that did One Punch Man.
This guy watched the whole football anime.
There's a football anime, but there's superpowers in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's not just regular.
This one is just regular, but it has a bunch of metaphors. But it looks like it's superpowers, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just metaphors.
Dude, I hate the fact that football anime skipped a lot of like at the end stuff. There's like some other stuff they do in the manga, and he just skipped it all and went straight to the end. I'm like,
There.
Yeah,
They skipped all the ads and all the breaks.
yeah.
Freaking football being 6 hours.
Dude,
they
for
skipped
real,
where he
dude.
met the true person with the name that this guy's named after, and they skipped all this stuff. A major championship too, a team up between like legends and this like legendary character. They skipped all of that.
There.
And just was like, time skip. Here's the future.
Jesus, do you remember this
This
this anime? In Spanish, it was called Super Campeones. It was a soccer anime.
Is it the one you showed me? The
No,
soccer
that one is Inazuma 11. That's the one with DBZ powers. This one was like as close as it could be to regular soccer. As close, like actually like bare bones soccer as anime could get. Did you ever watch it? It had also like the 80s 90s animation, big eyes, like really like dry looking hair, and I remember my mom showed me like a very religious video of pointing out how there's devil stuff in anime, and the whole point that this guy was trying to make on this anime is the way that their bodies were drawn. They were like, cover up this guy's face, that's a woman's body. They're encouraging all this stuff in anime, and I was like, it's just the way they decided to draw the character.
It's just some dude that's really unhealthy and had never seen a proper body.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he literally did this. He had a slide where it's just a regular pose like this, running. Of the main character running with the ball. He covered the next frame. He cuts to the next slide. It covers up his face, and he's like, "Look, a woman's body."
Yeah, this dude's whole argument. Why this is satanic? Women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the whole thing where like he would show the Pokemon anime, the original one, but the theme song in Spanish, and he would put it in reverse. He's like, "They're saying bad stuff, and if it's in reverse."
These people are just schizos.
Yeah, they are. Or like he was like, I knew this kid who he would imitate Goku a lot, screaming all over the place. We prayed for him, and he never watched Goku again. Like, what?
I'm pretty sure he just didn't want people praying over him.
Yeah, it's like, fine, I'll stop watching Goku, but I'll watch it when you guys are not around.
Yeah, thank you for your stuff, your gumbos.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny to me watching those things now because I remember my mom even told me, "It's like, what do you watch?" Like she really wanted to like wonder, what are you watching? I hope you're not
Mother,
watching.
do you
any
really want to
second-"
know? I'm watching Satan cook some food. It's kind of weird. Sometimes they orgasm every once in a while.
Oh,
it's
yes,
still
I know
great.
that one. That was good.
When that religious
Alright.
mom walks in and catches you watching Hell's Kitchen, turn that off.
on the title.
Jesus.
But mom, I gotta learn how to make my pot pie.
I remember she made me look up if Power Rangers was of the devil.
What?
She made me look it up when
I
I was
remember
younger.
I looked it up, mother, and yes, but I'm not gonna tell you.
All they came up was fan made films of people making Power Rangers more edgy or like making it more like bloody or gory or stuff like that.
Yeah, like, trust me, Mom.
Yeah.
These are just weirdos.
I think they saw American actors and was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not Japanese, that's not Satanic.
Yeah, this is fine.
This is fine. This is
It's fine.
perfectly fine. They see a guy getting their hair blown off and everything. That's fine. That's fine.
Hey, that's just the news.
What if like one day Omar goes into like an alleyway, finds a soccer ball, and he just turns into a Super Saiyan?
It's just touch.
I find
You
a
get-
soccer ball and I turn into a Super Saiyan.
No, this is
You
what
find
happens.
a soccer ball, and then it gives you powers of a Super Saiyan.
This is what happens.
As long
He
as you play
touches
soccer
the
with
ball,
Uh huh.
and then a truck just hits him.
I get isekai'd into another
No, no,
world
no, you
where
should
it's
die.
okay.
it. He's up in heaven. Did I get isekai? And God's like, no, you're just
No,
dead.
you're actually in the wrong place. The name got misplaced, but whatever.
Yeah.
We don't count
We'll,
names.
we'll
on
take the
that.
typo since you made so many in your lifetime.
Don't worry about it, kid. We got you.
Jesus.
Dang it! I wanted to get isekai. No, you're in heaven now. Deal with it.
Dang, dude.
for those who don't know what isekai is, Cody, what's isekai?
When you die and you get transported into like a fantasy world with a bunch of big titty women.
Yeah, you just go into a different
Okay, the
world.
last
yeah.
part is not a requirement, but the first
it's
part
a-
is.
It all.
It's not a requirement, but it's typical.
yeah,
You
It's
hope-
commonplace.
There's always at least one with huge biddies,
But that's
Yeah.
any anime,
and then
isn't
one
it?
with like no biddies.
Yeah,
That's any anime.
yeah. Well, you watch
And then
Most
there's-
anime.
And then there's
There's
one
some
that's
anime where there's
useless.
not like overtly large.
Yeah, it's just like good old regular.
Good old because they just try to actually be a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have their sci-fi stuff elsewhere.
And then there's
Yeah.
always that one woman that's just useless.
Which is useless.
Useless.
Yeah.
Who's more useless, Aqua from Konosuba or
Real
Sakura?
water. I mean,
Agua.
Oh.
Or she is literally the useless god of water, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean,
So, yeah, she's
Aqua, who are you
useless.
comparing? Aqua or who?
Aqua or Sakura from Naruto?
No, Sakura has something to do. Aqua is just there to be dumb
Yeah.
and squirt water out of her hands.
Even the people that worship her don't even like
know who
believe
she
that
is.
she's the actual goddess, so they don't even treat her with respect when they see her.
oh,
At least with Sakura, she heals.
Yeah, she
she's a healer.
Something.
Yeah,
Just like
acts
Donald, she's not
Sasuke.
as effective, but she's there.
Yeah.
Donald from fucking
Hey, you know. when you-
Donald, what are you talking about? He literally uses a spell that doesn't exist in any of the canon of Final Fantasy, or like.
I mean,
But he
like
does it
when
in
he,
a cutscene,
he
though.
does it in a cutscene.
or when I mean like when he's supposed to heal you and you just healed yourself, then he
Yeah.
decides to heal you.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I hate that so much.
And then you can't just wait for him to heal you because then you'll just die.
yeah.
That's how you got low in the first place.
I should wait for Goofy to heal me.
Dude, for real, I
Like
just
a
pop
friggin-
potions over there.
Takes like half a day to beat one boss battle.
What's your biggest nitpick in playing through Kingdom Hearts? Like
Oh,
your biggest pet peeve
God,
when you play Kingdom
Donald.
Hearts? Well, besides Donald.
I would say the instances where I can't navigate the little command menu with
Okay.
my analog stick, and it makes me have to like actually move from my moving to toggling the command stick. Because I like it when I have the setting. It's not in the original, I don't think. They might have. I'm not sure if they did it in like the remaster or whatever. But I remember in the original one, you can only move around with this one,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't navigate the menu with this one. You have to like stop moving, go to the D-pad,
Okay.
go through the menus, go through all that, and then
Oh, yeah.
then after you use whatever, got to go back to all the way back to the attack button, and then you start moving around or whatever.
Good old
Ah.
DualShock 2
Yeah,
controller.
yeah. There's that would be like if the later ones they actually adjusted it to where you can use like the right stick
Yeah.
to do it, so you can still keep moving and not have to like worry about getting hit.
Yeah.
But at least in the first one, that's like my biggest
You
peeve.
just got to use those claw hand thing.
No.
Have you seen how people play like that? It's just-
Dude, I remember, I'm not sure if it was somebody I knew or somebody was talking about that they knew that they were
Mhm.
doing that. I don't remember. And it was on a game where it didn't make sense to do that. I don't remember.
I've seen people that they 3D print like contraptions to where all they do is just this.
Uh-huh.
They just like do slight movements like that, but the contraptions are attached to the analogs, the buttons. So that's doing all the work, but all they do is these slight movements. So the reaction time is much quicker.
Uh-huh.
That seems more
But
inconvenient.
Well, I mean, some people. I mean, I've seen a guy who instead of like a full actual keyboard, he has this hand that each joint is a button, and all he does is just go like this, or just press like that. There's no keys or stuff like that he has to reach for. All he does is slight movements.
Yeah.
Like this.
I've also seen a guy just use bananas.
Oh yeah, that's it. I remember that was a big thing. Playing Minecraft, beating Minecraft with a banana.
Yeah.
Beating Dark Souls with banana.
Oh my god.
Fighting a Dark Souls boss with the electric guitar controller.
What?
With the Guitar Hero controller.
Yeah, I think my favorite one is beating all of Dark Souls with the
with the Donkey Kong bongos.
Not the bongos. The Dance Dance Revolution one.
Oh, okay.
The pad thing.
I thought the bongos. I've seen someone with the bongos.
Yeah, the bongos. There's literally a guy that just beats Dark Souls with just everything they could imagine.
I'd be down to do it with the drums from Guitar Hero. Because you know how the different buttons assign. I'd be do it with that. Although I wouldn't know how to move around since it's just click buttons.
Well, buy it then.
How did he use bananas and bongos? How does he move around like that?
That's what I would like to know. I just saw them do it. I don't know how they did it.
I mean, at least in a Rock Band, because I used to have Rock Band, the first one.
Yeah.
And on the drum set one, there's at least like a D-pad and some buttons. So you can do that.
I'm pretty sure the Guitar Hero one also thing. Or did that have drums, or was it only Rock Band?
I really want to buy the set so we could play for a video.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I really want to buy the set of like drums, two guitars, and a mic so we could play for a video.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Dude, that'd
Yeah, Guitar Hero would be really fun to do, and like Rock Band and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What if we did like the Rock Band stuff in Guitar Hero but a live stream?
That'd be fun.
That would
be too much work.
That would be a lot of work, but maybe for another time. I would love to keep the first time because for the anniversary, I really want to just have like a natural podcast, but test it live, see how it is. Because my average viewer that we get count is like 3. So I mean, I'm sure someone would throw up a question that we could probably respond to. So I mean, I wouldn't be.
Why are you guys gay? Oh, we can't answer that. It just happens.
Because I mean, I would try to be prepared like I do with every podcast and have like at least 1 or 2 topics in the back of my head. But I would save them for maybe another time if there's someone for questions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, we probably have to do a bunch of test ones every once in a while.
Yeah, I do want to do a test one soon because it's not that it's an issue, but I do want to make sure that everything's distance-wise is proper because it's gonna be a lot of wires. A lot of wires.
I'm pretty sure everything is basically the same. All that we have to do is bring a laptop and then it all connects there.
Yeah, and I also need
if that doesn't work, then it's gonna be a lot of wires bringing down the PC. And all
I also need 2 more mics.
Just make sure we're not in the shape of a trapezoid, or else Carlos will get angry again.
Unless we do it upstairs in one of the rooms and we just do it there. It'd be hot.
Yeah, it'd be hot.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I prefer it I would prefer it down here, but I know it'd be a little cramped to have 6 dudes in front of these 2 backgrounds. But I'm sure we could make it work.
You gotta tell Carlos in Monday.
Just have one right here and then one right next to it.
You gotta remind Carlos every single freaking week.
Every
other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I gotta drive from here to there. Oh my god, it's a lot.
It's quite a bit.
And then one of us has to go pick up Carlos too. So we gotta.
No, let's just summon them. Just bite your finger and just summon them.
What is this, Boruto's dad?
Yes, of course it's Boruto's dad. The amount of gore that an anime that's so easy to happen, it's extreme.
Imagine he means like summon them like how they did in freaking Fullmetal Alchemist, where it's like equivalent exchange, a body for a body. It's like we summoned Carlos, but one of us lost an arm, the other lost his entire soul.
I don't think that's very
what
equivalent.
What is the value of a soul?
Well, are you saying that my leg is equivalent to a whole Carlos?
Yeah.
Your leg, his arm, his other arm, my other leg.
I'm good.
Casey's torso.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, like when they were trying to resurrect the mom, like the price for the mom, or not even the mom, but just some glop or whatever.
They try to get the amount that was supposed to be.
Yeah, like the cost was all of
human components.
Al and the leg of Edward
and his
for
arm.
a person.
And his arm.
His arm.
No, not the arm. The arm was for his brother.
Oh.
The arm was for his brother when he was bringing him back.
Yeah.
Because he was just putting his soul into a suit, not really bringing his normal body
Yeah,
back.
that's right.
All right, so he's taking the sacrifice for Carlos.
Oh, they didn't
Not
he-
it.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't remember whether he did lose his arm or not.
He lost his arm bringing up Al, not his, not the mom, because then he wouldn't be able to bring back Al because if he can't do it with one hand. So yeah, that was the issue with that.
Well,
So there's two versions of Full Metal, right?
yeah. Well, there's Fullmetal Alchemist and there's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they
but
start the same?
Yeah, they start the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only deviation really is that the
halfway.
yeah, like it's because the other one that came out, it got to a point where the manga was still going, and
Yeah.
so they decided rather than stopping, they decided just to keep going with their own story.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it ended up going like a different direction, different things happened, and had a different ending.
Yeah.
And-
There was a chick with rose hair. Her
Yeah.
name was Rose.
Yes.
Her
Yeah.
name was Rose.
Yeah,
It
and
happens
then,
a lot, not just in anime.
Yeah, and then the Brotherhood was the one that actually stuck more faithful
Yeah.
to the actual manga because like it. I
already
think they let it
finished.
finish and then they went on to make it, right? Yeah.
I think it was like the original one came out like in 2006 or something like that, and then
Yeah.
the next one came out in 2010, 11. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It came after a little while like that.
Yeah. Plus the original one, I think it had more comedic moments, whereas the other one, because it was more faithful to the manga, has more story focused
Yeah.
and with its own set of bells and whistles.
Did they ever let you all stay up late enough to watch Toonami?
I didn't have cable. I wasn't.
Oh, they didn't have to let me. I did it regardless.
Oh, dang! I was a good boy then. So
Wow.
they wouldn't let me.
Look
I
at this guy, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Yeah.
just such a
Look at
good,
him.
wholesome boy.
Such a good boy and rich.
I'm not rich.
You had a cable. I did not.
Yeah, mister, I have more money than all of you guys.
By association.
Oh,
Yeah. I assume you were referring to parents by that question?
yeah, like
Okay.
No,
like,
no,
guess
your
you're-
dog. Is your dog putting a gun to your head?
Well, first of all, I never had a dog. So
Oh, that's kind of weird. Why is that dog doing?
what that dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Jeez. Yeah.
Well-
They just before it was like, bedtime by whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of just like try to and then do whatever. But then there was a point where I was kind of just stay up just because. And then I found it just makes the morning suck. So eventually I stopped doing that.
No, never had a bedtime.
Never?
My parents are not morning people either way, so they'll stay up late either way.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Dude, I remember spending the night at like my grandparents' house every so often, and then you know how Adultswim has like all those like adult shows like Robot Chicken and stuff with like really really messed up humor.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
I watched as a
My
kid.
grand-
So Adult Swim.
Yeah, Adult Swim.
I
Well,
didn't have cable.
Well, when you go to a hotel or something like that, sometimes they have it on.
Yeah.
You didn't have cable, but you had a hotel?
Yeah.
Wow.
well, my grandparents
Save
would
up money
always ask me.
somewhere
Yeah.
So my grandparents would ask me, does your mom let you watch? I'm like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then they just let me watch, and I'd be like, yeah.
It's like they're watching you just enjoy this, and then they're like they're writing down questions for your mom later after she picked you up.
My
It's
mom
like,
never really knew. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to watch some TV last night. It was nice. That's
Grandpa
it.
was asleep, and I think he had a stroke. But I was watching Robot
Jeez Louise.
Oh no.
Operation Watch Adult Swim while I sneak for snacks in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah yes.
I wish I had Toonami and Adult Swim when I was a kid. All I had was Saturday morning cartoons,
I think
and I didn't wake up for that.
because why would you? You never wake up.
I didn't want to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I have to wake up at 7 in the morning just so I can watch Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball Z?
I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I had a bedtime. I just forgot what time it was because I was be exhausted by that time, so I would just naturally go to sleep. But I would leave the TV on sometimes, and my parents wouldn't come in to turn it off. So like I'd wake up and I would see the very weird ads that Adult Swim would put, where it's just a landscape and they just stick the Adult Swim logo in a random spot.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I wouldn't know that, so I'd just wake up and I'd be like, "What's this music? What the heck's going on?"
Yeah.
No, the universal thing is waking up to George Lopez just theme going on constantly.
Yeah, right?
Oh no, dude.
I can hear everything.
There's these weird ads for.
No, it's him.
Oh.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah.
So there's these like weird ads that'll pop up every now and then in the middle of the night, where it was like, let's see if I can remember one. There was like, America's Darling Little.
Oh.
That one.
Sherry Temple.
Yeah,
Shirley
Shirley
Temple.
Temple.
Restored and black and white and in color.
Yeah, it is.
Animal crackers.
Basically, it's just
you
infomercials. That's all that
Yeah,
is.
it was that one. Then I'll wake up to I'm like, what? Okay, and I go back to sleep. Or there's this other one where it's like, get the collection of the most romantic songs. It's like some random dude like, how am I supposed to?
Yeah.
I'm like,
that one.
what? I would just be
Yeah, I
like
remember
jamming
that.
outside. I'm like, I see.
You
Yeah.
blink and somehow you end up on the Gem Channel network.
Oh, dude.
Look at this beautiful necklace. It's like the most ugly stone necklace you've ever seen in your
Oh,
life.
Just
dude,
a
I
bunch of
hated
white
this.
lights
I'm
over
like,
it, so it looks like it's shinier.
Yeah,
than
it's
it
like
really
only
is.
for $300.
If you buy now.
If you buy now, only right now.
Right
guarantee
now.
will not turn your neck green.
I can't believe that thing's still alive.
Yeah, people
I don't
buy
know.
it.
I don't know how infomercials are even like. I think it's just mostly just to scam old people. That's all it is. That's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Yeah.
It's like they barely understood how to use the TV, and then now they're pulling it up to that.
They know what a phone is.
Yeah,
so
they know
can,
what a
they
phone-
can
so they
get
can
onto
call.
that. It's just they can call and just get on there. Just say, yeah, I'll buy that. Yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah, they got the generation where people are kind of just watching whatever's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything
But then
works.
eventually, the old people are going to be the people that get everything on demand, so they won't have to deal with that. So I feel like their long-term investments are probably not going to last too long.
For just 5 payments of $29.95 plus $8.99 shipping handling.
Dude,
You two can get this.
dude, freaking, there was this was like one of the last times I was working at Biology,
Mhm.
and like there was like we had like the TV on because it was just like whatever.
Okay.
And then I think it was after like a game or something, and there was like a full block of them just like advertising like this Austin shows that were like from a certain year to another year,
Yeah.
and it was like the best of Austin music or something,
Uh-huh.
and like all these people from different things like
the
and-
best of Austin Powers.
yeah, not that one. That's the box set.
He's like, I would have bought that.
Yeah, but then like and I was and like he was saying whatever, showing like clips and all that, and exclusive interviews and this and that, and then it was like, and then it was like that, like 4 or 5 I think it was like 5 payments of like $24.99.
5 easy payments.
And I was just like $24.99, 5 payment. You want me to spend like $130 with shipping or more for music that I could just look up on YouTube? You know?
Yeah, it's old
Yeah.
people that don't know how to use the internet, but they definitely know what a phone is.
Yeah.
That's basically their market
And
that
they're,
they're trying
and
to
they're
steal
like,
from.
and like, how do I pay for it? Oh, just the card. Just read me the numbers. It should be there on the card.
Oh, yes, hello, just read me the numbers on the card.
Yeah.
5 easy payments.
5 easy payments.
It's really easy.
You might,
$29.95.
and you
easy,
might get
just-
it. Who knows? We don't promise anything.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna tell you when it's gonna be delivered, but it will be delivered maybe by the time you're dead.
As a kid, I didn't know about credit cards. I always wondered, is like, am I supposed to like mail them money or something?
Yeah.
Money.
Because there were like 5 easy payments. And I was like, well, where do I send it? You're just a TV.
You're just
No,
a
I was that
TV.
one idiot kid that was like, the phone sends the money for you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most children don't know all of that. There's like,
Yeah.
what is? Actually, no. A lot of kids are starting to get into money much
Yeah.
quicker than should.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, Fortnite kids.
Yeah, Fortnite. Well, that's more. They somehow know their credit cards and their mom's information and all
When that
that.
8-year-old is in
They
Bitcoin
don't-
somehow.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
they don't understand how money works or how any of this is getting transferred. All they
Yeah.
know is that the funny numbers make their Fortnite thing dance.
Yeah. That's why.
Funny
Dude,
numbers get me better characters.
The
Dude,
funny
I wouldn't
numbers
let
give
my
me the
kid
funny
anywhere
character.
near my stuff. All right.
Yeah,
They're
plus
not old
freaking
enough-
safe and everything.
Dude, they're like completely like so impressed with like, oh, somebody tells them to do something, they're gonna just do it.
Yeah.
Or not do it. So even if you tell them not to spend your money, they're gonna
When-
spend your money.
Whenever I have kids, I'm just gonna lie to them. It's like, yeah, we're too poor to have technology. I don't know what a phone is. I never touched a phone in my life.
I know this. I know this parent that when his youngest was about 2, 3, 4, that toddler
Yeah, yeah,
age,
yeah.
that he really wanted this toy. I don't know what he mentioned it was. He's like, he just wanted this toy really badly,
toy.
and he kept pulling on like my pull
Shirt.
on my shirt. Yeah, he would come. It's like, Dad, can you buy it for me? He's like, I'm sorry, buddy, I can't really right now. It's like, yes, you can. You just grab the plastic card and swipe. You just grab it and swipe. I'm like, well, it doesn't work quite that way, but
Yeah.
sure. He's like, what?
Monkey see, monkey want.
Dude, I can just imagine
Jeez.
Freddy's kids like seeing him play Genshin, put money into that.
Oh my god.
They're like, get me that character.
No,
Well,
He looks at his kids. I'm sorry, kids. We're not having food on the dinner tonight.
Yeah, but look, here's your sister. Here's a wife. Here's his brother, husband.
It's okay, kids.
It's like
Dad
every
needs
month it's a
ball.
new character.
And then they see you cooking on the game. Just
I know, dude.
Here's dinner. Just pretend you're eating.
Yeah.
Just look, fork on.
Yeah.
It's okay. Dad needs another Fischl real quick.
Fischl. I need to get to 6.
Listen, I'm already done with Fischl. Fischl, stop it. You come in my summon so many times. I don't need you anymore. You too, Zhangli. Get the hell out of here.
Just put like sad pictures of each character in there.
It's just sad.
Yeah, Fischl and Zhangli are good C6, but I've had them C6 for a while. Don't need any more. Just keep them off the banners, and I'm good to go.
They gotta keep him in there so that can be a failure aspect.
Yeah.
No,
Can't
they,
always win.
no, well, they keep them in there because people are going in and out of the game constantly.
Yeah, also, what's it called? When you're freaking your chances are like 0.06.
Yeah.
Dude, freaking, oh my god, Jaren, if you're watching, I swear to God, you freaking, like, I was messaging him earlier today.
Yeah.
And then then I'm just messaging whatever. He's just like, yeah, just doing this and that. He was like, dude, does this team look good? It was like 4 or 5 star characters.
Yeah.
I already saw him get I was with him when he got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, well, these characters are pretty good, whatever, this and that. I was like, but I also know you got paid yesterday. And I was asking, like, how much money did you spend on this? And
this video comes out in a week, so.
No, yeah, he'll know. Freaking, yeah. So then I asked. He didn't give me an exact. He didn't tell me. He was just vague about it. I was like, okay, I just assume he spent it a lot. Nah, dude. He showed me his wish history. He got 2 new 5 stars, and also 2 new 5 stars and 2 dupes of like the character that's on the event banner right now, and he got them all in like 70 pulls. You get a guaranteed pity at 90 pulls. So he got so freaking lucky in getting 4 5-star characters in 70 pulls that I was just like, I wouldn't believe it if he didn't show me the pictures of the proof. You know, dude, that was crazy.
Hello, miHoYo. Can I get some of that?
Yeah, dude, for real. Jeez. Man, right now I'm just like, I'm probably going to get like save for the next character, and then I'm just going to probably focus on weapons after that because I need more 5-star weapons.
I'm glad.
But dude, freaking him getting that was crazy.
Up next on CodeO-cast News, Freddy sues miHoYo.
Excuse me, miHoYo.
Nah,
and he gets all the wishes you get.
Yeah, it's but that was just a wild thing that he told me about earlier today.
Well, some people just get lucky, you know?
They
Some people get
do.
lucky with Genshin. Other people are lucky enough to have fan fictions written about them.
Some people just
Nice
go to the casino
segue
and make
there,
$11.
buddy.
What'd you say?
Some people just go to the casino and make $11.
Ah, there you go.
We need to read that fan fiction.
Yeah, I really want to read that stupid fan fiction.
It'll happen. Make a video about it.
That's the plan, actually. That we read the fan fiction that it's about him, apparently.
Yeah,
And
his number
we
one
just
fan of the
kinda
show.
we play the characters or whatever, how many characters there is in that stupid thing.
Wow. Jeez.
It's a double meaning because she is the first fan of the show, like ever, and she is the number one fan because she actually stuck around since the beginning. Oh,
What's
geez.
your name again? Coffee Mochi?
Ooh, woo.
Yeah, you got to put the ooh at the end,
Coffee
too.
Mochi. Ooh.
Oh, no.
It
I never thought I'd hear Jesus doing ooh ooh.
Yeah, I did that for the heck of it, but that's stupid funny.
What, the fact that
Oh.
she did what you said?
Oh yeah, that. We'll talk about that right now. You listened to when did she do this? Because you showed this to me.
It was like a while ago.
She did.
I just found out about this like 2 days ago, yesterday. So whenever you did, I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier.
Well, shortly after you mentioned on the podcast.
But yeah, you listened to what we said,
So what happened for context?
which is great. That's good. That's good stuff.
She's on TikTok and she used this
Crap.
TikTok audio that basically says, "I'm mad because of this person." Then it
Yeah.
shows your crush.
Yeah, she did a
because I'll
voiceover,
know I'll never
basically.
be able to marry him. But dang, he a rare breed. That's the audio. And then he did it. She did it about him, and we showed it to Jesus, and then Jesus is just like, "Well, that sucks. She should have done it in her own voice."
Yeah, do it in
She
your
did.
own voice. And you did it. Good job. It would never happen, but
Let
You
the
did
record
it.
show that you said that. You said that.
You did it on your own. Now you put some original. Now you got to put an original spin to it. Make it a little bit original. You just can't just do the same thing.
But that's what they do.
Yeah, I know TikTok. There's no originality in the whole
There's
thing.
not any
But
originality.
be different. Or something. I don't know.
You don't go to TikTok for originals. You go to TikTok to be entertained.
I go-
No, not even entertainment, but still. We'll read your fanfic one day these days.
Dude, legit.
You'll have his face on it and everything. He'll probably voice his own voice but that's really good stuff.
He's really choked up about it. It means a lot to him. You made his life.
It means nothing to me, but that's really funny.
If that cough and that line right after were by itself, it sounded like he would be smoking something. It's like, oh, that's some good stuff.
Just out of context.
Omar just cut it to where it looks like he's smoking something.
Dude, I never knew.
Keep up the good work.
I never
More
knew that,
fanfics.
that TikTok would be the place where I find so many tips about editing. I've learned more from editing from TikTok than anywhere else.
What?
Yeah, it's quick, easy
Wait.
stuff. But
Yeah, it is cookies. I've found a lot of pages and a lot of TikTokers. It's coming out of my feed a lot, but about doing edits, doing better edits, and it's making my stuff better.
Yeah.
And I've been getting excited about editing
I'm a little
lately.
dizzy from the laughing.
What's up?
Wow.
I'm a little dizzy from the laughing.
Wow, TikTok educational. I never knew that. I just thought they reward you for just copy pasting the entire content all over again.
Well, you got to go through all the garbage in order to find something different.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Well, because like even if you don't create an account, as soon as you open it up, the
Yeah,
thing
it
it
gives
starts
you
feeding
everything.
you random
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
until you start like sticking around for a
Mhm.
certain video or sticking around or
Yeah.
liking it or what you're. That's
but
how it
either-
works.
It's all based on
Either
your
way,
likes.
it still puts other garbage over on
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
So even when like if I pull up my page or his page, there's gonna be a clear likes and dislikes on there, but there'll still be the couple trash stuff in between.
Yeah. Usually, if you want stuff like that or want something specific, you have to go to their own little page or whatever it's called on TikTok. I don't
Yeah.
have a TikTok. I don't care.
Yeah, no, dude. A lot of times, like if you're original, you're not gonna get much traction on TikTok. But
Yeah.
if you're like just copying everything, you're gonna get a lot of traction.
Yeah, but
Or if you're just pretty,
yeah, you just
Yeah.
gotta be pretty.
you just gotta be pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at this
man.
man. 33,000.
33,000. Pretty
Yeah,
boy.
Pretty boy.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty boy. Even have
boy.
fanfics and people doing TikToks about him.
You got fanfics. You get linked with people from Japan. You got 33,000 followers. What more? What more do you want?
What more do you want, pretty boy?
Yeah. If you weren't a football player, you'd basically be the mascot of your football team because they love you so much.
Wow.
What?
I'm not
Hey,
gonna
my
call. You know,
football team?
from this point on, I'm no longer gonna call him Cody. I'm just gonna call him pretty boy.
Pretty boy.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
boy.
boy. How you
Hey,
doing,
what up, pretty boy?
Sounds like I'm in prison.
You are in prison, pretty boy. That's bend over.
Bend over backwards with joy, he means.
Joy.
Whoa.
You're finally free. Get out of this hell.
Nah, your name's like 60% of the show. You're stuck here.
We're the reason the reason there's 21 people currently watching is because of you.
you.
And that pretty boy. And also when you did that short story YouTube thing and you got 300
Yeah.
compared to the other one that only got like 20. What do you think that was? Pretty boy on the face of that whole thing.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Got him.
The math checks out. According to YouTube and TikTok and everything else, you're a pretty boy.
Yeah, you're a pretty boy, and you
Alright.
sell. So
So yeah, get
sell.
on, get
Yeah.
on that, get in
Get
that,
on that.
I'll
get
sell.
on that dress, boy.
Hey, they say sex sells.
Yeah, sex sells. Success.
Sex sells success.
Like
Sex excels success.
Yeah.
Excel?
Excel.
Excel.
Anyways,
You're dying as we speak.
this is good stuff, man.
Oh man, that's so good.
I can't believe I sold my soul to this channel.
Well, you did. You
Yeah,
put
you
your name
did.
on it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think it would cost you when you decide to wear pentagrams on your earrings?
Yeah. All
Yeah.
black being all evil and stuff. Summoning Satan and all that.
Jeez.
All right,
And-
guys. At 100 subscribers, we're summoning Satan. What?
And to think it all started from a homework assignment.
Oh.
Homework brought this.
Homework spawned this.
all of you are lucky that homework spawned that.
Listen,
And not this.
All of y'all are
This or
lucky that
this.
he was like,
Or this.
hey,
Actually, no, this is
you
pretty
want to be in a
good.
group?
thanks, man.
All this started because I was eating in the back room or in the back of the room, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be in a group with us?" Okay, fine.
All I gotta say is you can't make a deal with the devil if you aren't already in hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at the devil right here.
I mean, we needed a third because she was like, try to do 3 or 4 people. Literally, the whole classroom, all of them just did this. Like there was 4 rows. All the rows have like people like this. They all just went into their own little pods already.
they're
They
like-
knew each other beforehand. I had just come into the school.
It kind of sucks when the university is like 90% like of the local population,
Yeah.
so you can't really make friends that easily.
No, also the
Especially
thing,
when you come out.
this classroom, like 80% of the people already knew each other because they had
Yeah.
spent the previous semester
Yeah.
getting to know each other. So the guy right next to me was a guy that would just fluke a lot on school, so he wouldn't show up much. So
Yeah.
even though people knew him, he didn't have his friends there. So I was just like, you sit next to me already, be a group. And so since everyone else just went,
Everyone just stopped.
Yeah, I was just that one
the
guy
only
that, like,
outlier
fuck
was
you
this guy, and I
guys.
turned around, I'm just like, group.
I was like,
Alright.
screw everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, screw those people, man. It's just like, oh, we're from the valley, all know each other, whatever. I don't know any of you.
Suck, man.
I was like, I don't know. Dude, I was legit was like, I don't know any of y'all. I don't care to know any of y'all. I'm just here.
And now you're here, sitting on this table, about to read your fanfic in a few weeks, and then
Hey, you cared enough to know one person.
yeah, you cared enough to know one person.
I feel like
and then you started dating for a little while.
Aww.
Cute.
He's so embarrassed.
Damn, he's so bashful. Look at him. So shy. Right, girls?
Hey, ladies.
This is funny as hell.
It's funny because it's not me.
Yeah, it's funny because it's not me as well. Keep dropping this garbage thing.
Stop holding on to it.
I want to hold on to it.
Hold on to what?
Hold on to my soul so it doesn't leave me ever again.
But he
What?
keeps dropping it because he
Yeah.
keeps dying.
Oh.
Like Dark Souls.
Anyways, how you doing, pretty boy? Come here often?
Only on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays. Why are you coming on Tuesdays?
It's
Tuesday,
Wednesday.
It's a Tuesday, isn't it? Anyways,
So you got a water bottle there.
yeah, thank you, Coffee Mochi, for everything you've given us, and it'll be this one. It'll never work out, but
In all honesty,
Uh,
thank you for every single view you've given us.
also every other person that watches this, man.
Thank you, by the way.
It's only 21, but
We appreciate you guys.
Hey, that's 20 more than I expected.
yeah, it is 20 more than I expected.
The only view Freddy expects is just from Omar. It's like, how does do? Okay.
I used to watch like every episode full through, but since I became the editor, I watch them like 3 times over, so
as
I
well
just
wa-
don't.
Might as well watch them a 4th time.
No. Because that's me
No, he-
watching the finished product.
He
The
just
3rd time is
listens
me
to it
watching.
on Spotify now. That's it.
Spotify. Yeah, get on Spotify.
Yeah, get on
You
Spotify.
don't
Yeah,
wanna-
guys, listen to us on Spotify.
You don't want to look at our ugly face. Maybe this pretty one.
Yeah, maybe this pretty one.
But not our face.
I just released one episode where it's just him in frame.
No, can you put a logo or something on the Spotify thing?
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
his face. Just put his face.
You mean the profile picture of the
Yeah,
show?
The profile picture of the show. Just put his face. Watch that. Just
Just skyrocket.
Just skyrocket.
What he has right now is our current logo, which is
Yeah.
half pop figurines,
Yeah.
custom pop figurines. Half of it is me, half of it is him. Just
Really?
our
Yeah.
logo with
You just got the editor, you got
Yeah.
the talent, and then you got the pretty face.
pretty face. Yeah.
Pretty
that's all you really
face.
Is that my only contribution?
Yes!
I'm fine with that.
I'll be happy.
I'm fine with that.
No, you still gotta edit.
Do I now?
Yes.
I see.
We gotta make those thumbnails.
Yeah, you gotta make those thumbnails.
Make them good,
Didn't you
boy.
check
Make 'em
the newest
good.
episodes are already like updated.
I saw him. I actually really liked the. I mean, for I think it was 2 episodes ago, he put one where I'm on a. He just put my face on a stock image of a kid
Yeah.
on a scooter. It's him, his VTuber character, and then the classic Freddy screaming face because everybody loves an angry Freddy.
You know, it'd be a really good thumbnail for this episode.
Him as pretty boy.
It's just his face. Just him.
Oh yeah, and this is the most recent one.
It's
For
fun.
those
you,
for
sponsored
those
by
listening,
BJ's.
it's a therapy room.
Don't
Cody's
pop up a screen. Don't worry
Pop
about
up
it.
right
Just-
here.
no, for those who are listening,
Oh,
Cody's laying
screw them,
down.
they're listeners. We don't care.
Jesus is the therapist screaming
We do
F
keep
you,
watching.
and I
Keep
am
listening.
popping behind the couch screaming. We're sponsored by BJ's.
Mhm.
I would love to be sponsored by BJ's.
That'd be amazing. If they give us
Damn,
their 6
dude.
packs and
Wouldn't,
stuff.
wouldn't anybody love to be sponsored by BJ's though?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Really good.
I love their burgers. I love their crispy jalapeno
Oh,
burger.
that's what we're talking about. Okay, never mind.
I don't think I had that. The only thing I had was the bison burger and the mushroom burger. the bison burger was definitely really good.
Love
Didn't
So
you had
good.
like a Beyond Meat burger there?
I don't think it was me.
Someone had it. I remember you were no, never mind. You were gonna get it, then you switched to the bison burger.
Yeah,
I remember.
I
I
went to
remember
good
now.
old bison burger because that's amazing.
I like the lava cake.
Was that the place where we went to where they had those freaking where that one time your parents paid for us to be there?
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
Beatles.
yeah. Yeah, I really like their little dessert things. What are those called again?
Pizookies.
The
Pizookies.
And then we went on that day. Everybody decided to get the steak, the most expensive thing.
Hey, we weren't paying.
I forgot.
Apologies to your parents, but we asked for limits. They didn't give it.
I should have said 20.
You should have said 20.
The next big thing would have been 15.
Yeah,
This
you
is
should
still my
have. We asked for a
favorite one.
limit. We were like, you were just like, hey, it's all right. I was like, okay, all right. You said.
I should have looked at the menu.
Yeah.
I looked at the cheap stuff.
Yeah, of course
'Cause
you
I'm
do.
just out of
Dang.
habit.
You should have
I
taken
don't-
the
I don't-
opportunity. Your parents were gonna tell you no.
I know my parents always pay for everything, but I still feel like I gotta get the cheap stuff for them.
It's because they're your parents, so you care.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's
that was
that's
still my
favorite- That was
favorite
still your
one.
favorite one.
I
I still have
still
yet to bring.
haven't got-
I haven't
yeah.
brought Dino Nuggies to the
You
show,
need to give
and
Jesus
I
his
did
Dino
promise.
Nuggies, man.
Where the hell is my goddamn Dino Nuggies?
Oh, dude, this one.
Oh yeah, where Freddy hates Dragon Ball Z. You just photoshopped the Dragon Ball Z hair onto Freddy.
And then
So,
Omar's
do you-
fighting demonetization.
Do you still hate it?
There hasn't been anything that changed my mind since, so
Exactly.
probably.
It made a culture impact, and then the people that are in the fandom kind of suck.
Just because
Can
it's
Goku beat HIVs? Why is that a
Hey
video?
yo, no one can beat Goku. No one can beat my boy Goku. It's like, bruh.
Why is that a video?
And the whole thing of the show the fact that he gets beaten
Yeah.
and then he comes back?
I think it's been like, yeah.
He gets beaten, comes back, wins, and then gets
Yeah,
beaten again.
'cause
comes
dies.
back.
Every time a
He's like
Saiyan,
1 for 1.
every time a Saiyan loses at a battle, he just gets stronger because
Yeah.
magical alien powers.
anime
Plot armor.
bullshit.
Yeah,
no,
Vegeta
wait.
gets stronger, too.
Sasuke gets plot armor.
Sasuke, sausage.
Sasuke?
Yeah,
Sasuke.
all of his powers are given to him, and he should have died like 5 times. So
Yeah,
His
screw
father.
that kid. He should have died in
Wow,
that
you're
village
right.
attack.
Huh?
I was like, you're absolutely right.
the
He
curse
was
mark,
given the curse
Orochimaru.
mark.
The eyes,
Well,
Itachi.
Yeah.
Well, also Naruto. None of that. The only reason he's strong is because of the Nine Tails.
No, well, yes, like that's the whole reason he can make so many clones because
That-
also that massive chakra reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
But
it wasn't for that, he would be like any other dude.
he worked extremely hard for the Rasengan.
And he says Databayo a lot.
Yes, he worked.
Believe it.
He worked extremely hard for the Sage Mode stuff. That was he had to do that on his own. I mean, with some assistance from the mentors, but he worked hard for the Rasengan. He worked hard for the Sage
Yeah,
stuff.
but it all came much easier to him because of the Nine Tails.
That's true.
Yeah.
All of that kind of like if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have like enough what's it called, chakra in order to do any of those things.
The
Well,
one thing that I would say was handed to him was the Sage of the Six Paths transformation. That was it.
Yeah, I feel actually, I
Naruto
guess like
sucks, by the way.
kind of counter argument for that though, is that the fact that he had the Nine Tails and like he had that seal on him and stuff like that, that was actually like a hindrance on him too, because like even when he was learning Rasengan,
Yeah.
Jiraiya had to tweak the seal for him to actually be able to learn Rasengan because it wasn't letting him do it.
Yeah.
So it was also holding him back too, like a weight.
There's also the aspects like this kid that we shouldn't piss off. We're gonna piss him off by
Ostracizing him.
ostracizing him, and putting him on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at any point, he could have been Sasuke and just killed everybody.
Yeah.
He could have been. He could have ended up being Gaara, but Naruto's so optimistic. He
Yeah.
was just not
And
Gaara.
now Gaara looks like an F boy in freaking Boruto.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Plus, like the freaking Sasuke being in a Uchiha, he was just also like a bit of like a prodigy with that. When he got his Sharingan, he was able to learn things quicker. Naruto, the only thing he had was the chakra. Like
Yeah.
he didn't have any like, oh, I have a copy and paste ability. I have a freaking bloodline that's like super skilled at just doing this sort of thing.
Yeah,
But
the
like
redhead bloodline.
He
Yeah,
does.
but
Yeah,
that
the
was-
redhead blonde line.
that was for him to get the Nine Tails though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause-
He had the special.
well, even
bloodline.
then, he wasn't even that good because when he was a baby, they could only shove in half of it
Yeah.
because the other half died with his dad.
Yeah.
That was only half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only had half of the Nine
You learn
Tails inside of
something
him.
new every day because I'm not gonna watch the show.
Yeah. So yeah, even with that though, like that's That's kind of one of the things. Like even though like Naruto, like he only had the chakra reserve. That's all I really. From what I remember, it's been a long time. Like all he had going for him was that chakra reserve. He didn't have anything to help him improve his skills the way Sasuke did. So, Sasuke didn't have to work as hard to get as good as he was.
He would have been left in the dust had
He
Naruto
definitely
actually had his parents.
Yeah.
Like
I agree with that.
he would have been extremely fast. I mean, he did get extremely fast because of all the stuff he went through.
Yeah.
But he would have had his dad's like speed and his mom's immense chakra reserve and knowledge of how to use the chains that hold the nine tails. So he would have been God. So that's why they had to die.
Yeah.
And now we have Boruto's dad.
I bored
I feel like Omar would use me to unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Well, there's no other way. I'm sorry, my guy.
That is.
I'm sorry,
you have
my guy.
to kill your best friend.
Yeah, it's either your best friend or someone you love. That's the whole point.
And it's both.
Yeah. What? Kiss. Fight.
You gotta imagine the first time when Uchiha did that. He just wanted to kill his significant other, and then he got the powers, and he was like, "Oh,
well, that's
this
cool
has to
side
be the
effect.
way."
Yeah.
There's no other. I did it because I wanted to get stronger, guys. It wasn't because I just hated him. All of a sudden,
He didn't just steal my Pop-Tarts and didn't ask.
Yeah. It's like the first person to do anything, you always gotta wonder, like, how did that even happen? And now, why is that really the rule, though? How do you know that's the rule? What if it's something else?
It's just a cool side effect
that
that happened.
It's like one of the many options that could make you get the Mangekyo, but everybody only picks that option. What?
You know how to
That just reminds me of like who was the first guy to like look at a beehive and say, "Hey, that sticky stuff in there looks great. I'm gonna try it."
They
Wow.
looked at bears. They saw the bear go in there. It's like, why is this bear fighting for his life? Why is he there fighting the bees? And for what is the purpose of all that? And then he did that, and then he fought for his life. He punched the beehive open, and honey came out.
Also the cows too.
Yeah, the cows who just
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, what happens if I just pull this? Oh, there's. All right, well, you're gonna drink from this now.
Nourishment.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's
The
simple.
baby cows like it.
Yeah.
I can like it. I'm not a baby.
My baby likes it when my does it to my wife, and my wife won't let me. So what if I do it to the cow? That's basically what happened.
When you think
That's
about
exactly
it,
what happened. Word for word, I went back in time and I saw that happen.
when you
Whoa,
think
whoa,
about it, a
dude,
lot
don't
of
tell your
stuff that we
secret.
have
Cut
today.
that. Cut it. Just kidding.
We aren't supposed to drink cow's milk, right? Like it's lactose is just not supposed to be in our diet.
No, unsaturated. No, not unsaturated.
Unpasteurized?
Unpasteurized cow's milk is not good for you.
Yeah.
You can drink it, but it's not good for you, and it's usually not the safest thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can, but the whole milk intolerance or the lactose intolerance,
Yeah.
it's more of that's a genetic thing that kind of happened eventually, where more and more people didn't have that, because technically we're not supposed to be drinking milk as adults or like teenagers, adults, and like
Yeah.
up and up. But a lot of people drank milk, like our people in the past drank milk, so eventually that gene just never turned on for a lot of people. Yeah. So we became stronger for that.
Yeah.
So all of you intolerant sons of a bit.
You guys are behind, all right?
Yeah,
Your
get-
bloodline's gonna die.
Your
One
bloodline
day.
is
You
weak.
gotta have dry cereal.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive.
Get with the times, old man.
Yeah.
What's a good dry?
future's
What's a
now.
good dry cereal?
Dry
A good
cereal.
dry cereal.
Most
Yeah, like
cere-
if you have the cereal dry, like
I
it's
think-
okay.
I think most cereals are pretty good dry,
Yeah.
I like
but
Fruity
I still
Pebbles.
like them with the milk.
Fruity Pebbles.
It's a lot of sugar, yeah.
And that's all there is. They're bundles of joy, sugar-filled joy.
Dude, cereal is like really good if you want just like a cereal, like a sugary
Yeah,
snack.
it's just a
It
snack.
is.
It's just most cereals are.
Because then
But
you
yet,
just
yet it's okay to have for breakfast.
All of them are pretty okay to have for breakfast.
you eat anything for breakfast.
Yeah, you can eat anything for breakfast. I
You
can
can
have my
Pop-Tart
leftover
for
dinner
breakfast.
for breakfast.
I can have my cake for
Yeah.
breakfast.
I can have cake for breakfast. Shut
Yeah.
up, Lottie, before I beat you. Anyways, let's back
We're
to
leaving
the
that
topic
in.
at hand. How do you kill a monk?
What?
I don't know. I just
You make them have to not be able to do their beliefs, and then they'll burden themselves in protest against your rules.
yeah,
You just make them believe in their beliefs more, so they can
Yeah.
just get everything done faster.
Or they do that one protest where they just sit down, start meditating, and somebody drops gasoline over them and they catch on fire.
They still
There's
keep
a-
Still be
meditating.
corrupt government.
There's
That's
a-
how you kill monks.
There's a thing amongst monks where they reach a certain point in their like whatever
Monkhood.
I guess
Monkhood. It is
monkhood,
monkhood, yeah.
where they go into like this like well or something, and then they just meditate there until they die.
Well, yeah, that's usually like when It depends when they want to do it, and if they want to do it or not. But yeah, it's basically it. But it's not always a well. Sometimes it's just like a coffin, but like a vertical coffin.
Yeah.
And it's just dropping in there. They've run out of oxygen. They starve or something, and then surpringly they get mummified pretty well.
Yeah.
So
That's a thing that happens.
that is cool.
Monks are OP for the wrong reasons.
They're OP at being liberated.
You say they're OP, but all I hear is that they die. So I don't know what's OP about that.
Yeah.
What if monks
but
are
they-
just suicidal then?
Yeah, but they experience Nirvana, so they can listen to more Kurt Cobain.
I can experience Nirvana without having to kill myself. All right?
Yeah, but imagine having more of it. It was like all the songs he could have written, but he never did.
Does that mean Kurt Cobain experienced Nirvana?
Nope.
Dude.
Unfortunately not. His wife is still out there, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She's still out there.
And
Dude,
still has
that-
the rights.
Speaking of Nirvana, that baby from the cover is suing
Oh,
Nirvana.
yeah. Yeah, he's, I don't
Dude.
think that's going to work out for him.
She's suing Courtney Love because she has the rights to Nirvana.
Yeah, might as well sue her. So.
Yeah.
Dude, it's weird because now he's like, oh, I'm suing this because it was child whatever. And then over the many years, he's recreated that exact same photo over and over again. Has no problem with it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Why? What's going through your head?
No,
Money.
it's something.
No, it's
it's
money.
It's definitely something deeper.
Yeah.
It's because from what I heard, it was because something happened to where like they like. I don't know. He was wronged in some way by the people that hold the Nirvana, so the corporation, all that.
They moved
That's
the
why
record-
he's now
record
just doing that to kind of just get back at them because of what they did against
So he's
him.
not getting the royalties or something like that anymore, or what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the specifics. All I know is that he's only doing it now in retaliation because they said something about him or they did something against him or
Yeah.
didn't include him
I
in
think
something
they're doing it because
when
they
he wanted
removed his
to.
pee-pee in the picture.
Oh.
He's lived long enough with yeah. Yeah, he was okay with it before
Yeah.
because it was like it was just like a band thing. Like even he liked it and so he was like whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. You're
But now,
partying.
but he's always had that bullet in the chamber, and now he's deciding to use it
Mhm.
because there's a reason to use it against them. And like the original bandmates don't get any of that. The original bandmates have nothing to do with the Nirvana like brand
branding,
anymore. It's
yeah.
all to Courtney Love.
Yeah,
It's all to him. So him
royalty
doing
stuff.
that isn't really against the band,
Yeah.
like the OG. It's
Yeah.
against her.
Yeah, that's great. Going against her is great.
Royalty stuff is just weird in general. I know a very recent example is one of Olivia Rodrigo's song was heavily
Good for you.
compared. Huh?
Good for you.
Good for you. Her song was heavily one of her songs was heavily compared to a Paramore song
Mm-hmm.
because of similar melodies, and they were able to bring that to court and prove it. So they didn't get all the rights; they just got a percentage, like about 30-40% of the rights to that song.
Yeah.
Not that they made it, but selling rights. So anything that song makes, a percentage will go to them now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's rights stuff is really weird.
It
It all
wasn't
really
the-
sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't that she ripped off like the melody.
Yeah.
It's like
It was just
the
similar
lyrics-
enough.
Musics are always sounding the same. a lot
Yeah.
of the
Not
time,
only that,
so.
the lyrics and the melody of her lyrics match up with the guitar in the
Yeah.
song. That's what they
Yeah.
pointed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you should show it to a judge that doesn't really know much about music theory, they're just going, "Yeah, that sounds pretty close. That sounds about the same."
Yeah.
So they rarely.
I mean, even then, it's just the way like prosecutors can present it because there's
Yeah.
been cases in history where they're not the same courts, nowhere near. It's just they interpret it to where it can be the same.
Yeah.
So because they can sound the same,
Mhm.
they win.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
it's-
why
it's
it's like
pretty
it's all
dumb.
the way it's worded.
YouTube, just let me use all the music I want.
Please, we pay for it. We have it licensed for a reason.
Imagine we like write songs and we get copyrighted for our own songs.
Probably
That's
will
happened
happen.
before. I've seen YouTubers that I used to follow years ago where they're like, yeah, YouTube just gave me a strike for my own song. They even said it like even he would show his own emails. Is like, yeah, Joe Schmo did not give you the permission to use the song. Hi, Joe Schmo. We're giving you a copyright strike because Joe Schmo did not let you use your music. But Joe Schmo.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
Yeah, shut up. I mean, you're not in this podcast.
What's those art thingies? NFTs?
Yeah,
Yeah, NFTs.
Yeah, but that,
Non-fungible token.
Yeah, but that's already dead.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was basically just using turning art into crypto, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's dumb.
Copyright is weird. That's the moral of the story.
And that's why I'm not a lawyer. All right, I'm not a lawyer because I don't do all that.
Also, they took a long time to do it, so I'm sure they want to see a return in their investment just going through law school and all that.
Yeah.
Just like with any doctor. This is what.
Just
well,
watch.
well, like every single show that I watched, lawyers are the demons. Shoot them in the head. But by legal reasons, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just don't follow our advice.
Yeah, don't follow our advice.
Imagine next episode, Freddy comes in after being trained by monks, and he's now also a lawyer.
Oh, he's got the hair down pretty
I'm a
close.
monk lawyer.
Monk lawyer.
It would have been perfect to have you been wearing your Nirvana shirt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a coincidence! It's a dead man.
He's got a shotgun into that.
He's got a bike.
And on that note, good show today, boys. Yeah, any closing thoughts, pretty boy?
No.
Yeah, pretty boy.
Yeah, pretty boy. Any closing thoughts?
Hey, niño bonito, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Oh no. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the CodeO-cast. Make sure to check out the links down below, down to the Spotify audio only. Go check out the Dig channel. Check out all the other episodes that we got. Go give them a like, subscribe. Stick around for another episode because they're always gonna get better and better, and you'll love seeing the pretty boy.
Omar just likes it now because he's not the target anymore.
Also, Coffee Mochi will read your fanfic eventually.
Yes.
As long as you finish it, it's still not finished.
It's not finished. Finish
It's in progress.
Hurry the hell up!
It's like
I swear to God, I'm gonna write a report on your goddamn paper.
There's 2 chapters in.
Oh, 2 chapters. How many chapters?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
bye bye.
that's
Bye bye.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Finish your damn paper.